as you know, I'm attached to my mobile. We do a whole lot of social media, campaigning, advertising, marketing, and my mobile is just like my third hand. And this week's been crazy, hasn't it? Anyway, we've had a lot of this, eh? Daily job. We've had a lot of this on the streets. Graduates looking for jobs. Come on. This is where you're supposed to be. You get a little bit of it. This is where you're supposed to be. Engage us and look. The whole idea is for us to give light and give guidance along what you need to do in order to attract the opportunities. I understand you guys go study for 3-4 years, even more, become doctors, and yes, of course, the institutions are there to give you light around what careers you may follow, but that's what they do best. They teach you. That's what they do best. What we do best is prepare you. Okay, enough of the sales and all of that. I want to go straight into the next question. What's the question?
Kumo asks, I have completed my electromechanical engineering diploma at Vaal University of Technology and also possess a trade test as an electrician. I'm frustrated by the fact that I went to school to use my brains to pay me, not my hands. I have no luck in finding constructive internships that will groom me to become an engineer someday. Rather, I get jobs that abuse me physically. I have worked as an electromechanical field service technician for 2 years now. I'm looking for a job that will change me mentally, an engineering internship, sales internship, or a junior level post that will enhance my engineering knowledge mentally. I do not mind a low salary because of the opportunity that lies ahead if I get the job I desire. Please, any assistance or advice would be highly appreciated from you and the team. Thanks again.
Awesome. Well, something that kind of like pops out at me immediately when you ask me that is that you've studied an engineering qualification, you did a trade certificate in the electrical field. Just a quick reminder. The electrical field carries a whole lot of this. A whole lot. You need your hands. A whole lot of this. And I kind of chuckled a little bit when you said, look, what you kind of get most of the time are positions that abuse you physically, and I'm sorry about that, but it's the stripes, my brother. Kumo, it's the stripes. It is the flight hours that you are earning. I know you don't want to hear that. I mean, who wants to hear that? No, actually, go through that. No. Nobody wants to go through the hard times of their career. From what I gather, you've been in that role for 2 years. You've been in it for 2 years. You're a technician, a field technician. The assumption is that you go to clients and you assist on equipments, perhaps. I'm not too sure what type of equipment, because there's field technicians in various industries, medical industry, IT, this and that. And you, of course, use your hands. Perhaps there may be undesirable hours. Perhaps, you end up, messing your nails, whatever. I'm sorry. And I don't say this in any disrespectful manner, but please understand that your journey has just started. Understand that your qualification, especially having gone to do an electrical trade certificate. I mean, if you say, for instance, were to work for a company, I'll just throw one company, easy, Steinmuller, or Bilfinger. These guys are lucky I'm even mentioning their names. Anyway, and you want to become a head engineer perhaps one day, be one of the guys that actually lead the electrical team. The reality is, the best performers in management or even supervisor or even office roles. If you started as a mechanic, give you a simple example, you started as a mechanic at one of the reputable motor mechanic companies, and they took you out there and they put you into office administration because you were so good at what you did and that you stood out. You stood out not because you were excellent at Excel. You can't be doing Excel on a car. But because you applied yourself so well in that space, they had the confidence to deploy you in another department because they didn't want to lose you. So ultimately, by virtue of being the best, they deployed you into another department because they've got that confidence in you. You then find that in learning that new skill, which would be perhaps, let's say, office administration or business development, you are an even sharper office administrator or a sharper business developer or a sharper sales agent because you know the components and the product of that business from its basic form. You know it from how you get your nails dirty because you changed that engine. Not only that, chances are if you were the best in that role, you're probably going to be the best in the next role that they appoint you. And you're probably going to carry the same trade, the same reputation into the next role. Over 10 years, and it doesn't have to be with the same company, mind you, over 10 years, you find yourself as a CEO. You find yourself as the MD. You find yourself as the head manager. Why? Because you applied yourself even in the crappiest of environments, even with the worst role that you totally disliked. Now, I know that we're very eager. I'm young myself. I've got a whole lot of other generations following me, and we're very eager. We want things to happen now. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, tomorrow you may get a phone call from somebody saying, listen, okay, awesome, here's an opportunity. And they then challenge you mentally, like you say. Don't disregard the value of what you are earning. Not talking about salary, but earning in terms of experience right now. Don't disregard it. It's good to have that passion, to be challenged mentally. But what I would say is, in order to get that opportunity, be the best that you can be in that department. Be the one they don't want to lose. You know why? Because that's where they're going to then ask you, Kumo, why do you want to leave? I mean, you are one of our best field technicians. And you're like, John, Bree, John. No, Bree, I want to be challenged mentally, John. And John's going to keep you. And John's going to do what? Deploy you in another environment because you're an asset to the business. So take this struggle and turn it around and make them ask you where you want to be. Be the best in that environment. Kumo, you're going places. Ask Career ID.